What's up, y'all? It's Producer Whisper back. I'm back, and I was tripping. I was tripping. I actually was one to give people good advice and not take my own advice. And the thing that I'm talking about is I would always tell people, don't be worried about what other people doing on social media. Don't be looking over other people's fences at their grass, worrying about how green their grass is. Stay in your own lane and do your own thing. And I didn't do that. I'm on here doing lives every week for about 3 years, right? Shout out to everybody that was following me and that follows me and that stayed faithful on the live streams. I miss y'all. I'm back, but I miss y'all. And I was doing that, and the whole time I was doing the live streams, I'm looking at everybody else's social media. I'm looking at YouTube videos. I'm looking at the 3 lighting system. I'm looking at color grading, editing. I'm looking at other people in the space. Some people are using B-roll and stock footage and movie clips and all kind of stuff in their social media, and it looks good, but it's hella time consuming to do that, right? So I was battling with like, how can I improve my production quality? How can I still keep getting these placements with Smash Coast, run this company, still have a social life, deal with my health issues, life be life. And so you got to take care of what you got to take care of. And it just got a little bit much for me. And the whole, me being online all the time and posting and even just being involved in social media like that burnt me out. So always worrying about how I look and this and that. And it just burnt me out. So I just had to step away from it, concentrate on Smash Coast. And that's what we did. And I'm kind of glad we did because I felt a lot of anxiety leave me because I did that. Because it was a concern, being on there every week and having more topics. And, I was limited with my format before because in sync licensing, there's only so much stuff to talk about before you got to circle back and start talking about the same stuff. And with the format that I had on there, that's pretty much all I was talking about was sync licensing. Even though my show was called Sync Hustle Mindset, and I did tap into the mindset part of it quite a bit, but it was still basically focused around sync licensing and the mindset of not quitting sync licensing, trying to see your way to the, to the end of the tunnel, to that finish line, because we know sync is a marathon. And so I kind of felt like restrained because I like to run my mouth. I like to talk. And there's a bunch of stuff going on in the world that I couldn't really speak on because it didn't have anything to do with what we were talking about. But I kind of realized that I would be doing you guys what does it say? A disservice if I didn't give you all of me. And what I mean by that is I got to tell the stories, man. I got to tell you how I got into music, my influences. I got to tell you about these production partnerships that I had, because when I started producing, I didn't start making beats until I was like almost 30 years old. I was 28 years old. And I've had 2 production partners, right? So I got to tell you the story about those 2 guys, one of which I moved out here to LA with, and all the stories in between. The reason why I didn't make beats until I was 28 is because before that I was a singer. I was a vocalist, hardcore. Like we used to be in the Boys II Men and Jodeci and Take 6 and stuff. So we liked harmonies or whatever. And I was into it so much that I just didn't produce until I was almost 30 years old. And I'm glad I did. But I digress. These stories are crazy. And there's been a bunch of stuff that's gone on over the years that I just got to tell you guys about, because I've learned, a lot through these situations. I've made a lot of mistakes that I've learned from. And to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff is just entertaining as hell. It's funny. I trip out that I lived through a bunch of this stuff. Since I've been out here in LA, I've been fortunate to experience a lot of cool stuff. Hollywood, No Diddy, the entertainment side, music industry, No Diddy, and a bunch of cool stuff. So I'm going to be telling you all of these stories, because it has to do with the journey, what led to Smash Coast and what led to me becoming, a sync licensing executive. And it's very interesting because it happened kind of like inadvertently through circumstances. I didn't try to make it happen. It just kind of happened. And so once I sat back and I realized, hey man, you got a lot of stuff to share besides just, how to do sting outs and how long your beat should be for television. You could really help people get to where they're going because yeah, you can learn all of the stuff. You can learn all of the intricacies about how to make the music for sync and how to pitch your music and this and that. But if your mindset and your spirit and your environment and a whole bunch of other factors that people don't really talk about that much aren't right, then you're never going to see the end of the race. You're going to have all the talent, you're going to have all the skill, but you're going to make all the wrong decisions along the way. You're going to have the wrong people around you. You're going to be discouraged. You're going to not have the right self-image and yada and yada and yada and yada. And there's so many things that once you guys decide to step out on your talent, soon as you decide, hey, I want to be that actor or that dancer or that singer or whatever it is, you just decided to take the hardest possible route. There's nothing that's going to guarantee you getting where you're going, like going to college and getting a degree, getting out and getting that job, right? That's not a guarantee, but at least you got the degree. You went to college and prepared for it and this and that. And it's set up for you to go get that job. You can practice and all you want to. It's not set up for you to go get that role in that movie. It's not set up for you to go get that record deal. Matter of fact, it's set up for you not to. There's a lot of things that get thrown in front of you as soon as you decide to do that, right? So me realizing this, I just want to help you get through it. I want to help you recognize these things, and I'm only going to be speaking like I'm not a guru. I'm not going to sit here and like Dr. Phil you or nothing, but I'm going to speak to you from my experiences, right? And fortunately, I've been through a lot of stuff. So I got a lot of stuff to say. So with all that being said, I'm back here on the YouTube channel. This is my first official video upload, not a live stream. I'm going to try to keep it organic. For those that don't know, if you guys want to start your YouTube channel, get on it. Google and YouTube are doing this thing right now where they're focusing on small channels. So it's not really about having a 3 lighting system and color grading and all the fancy edits or whatever. You could just literally take your phone out, film your video, upload your video, do a decent thumbnail. Thumbnails are like a science now, whatever. See, all of that was pressure to me. The thumbnails and I see people, their faces with the outlines on their thumbnails and, a lot of thumbnails are clickbait. They be trying to get you to and I just couldn't get into it. I'm not saying that that's not genuine as marketing. I realize people got to do that. You got to bring traffic to your stuff. It just didn't feel right to me. I felt like I don't know. I didn't feel, I don't want to say nothing negative, but I just didn't feel that it was me to do that. I told you guys before, I don't even like saying like and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe. I feel like I just want to get on here and give you what I got to give you the value. And if you dig the value, you'll be here, right? And that's how I am. Nobody has to tell me to come back to the restaurant and eat. If the food is good and the service is banging, I'm coming back. You don't got to tell me, hey, before you leave, could you please, promise to come back here and eat? I get it. YouTube, it's a thing you got to do, but I'm just going to try to do me on here. And that's all I can do. I don't think I'm ever going to be the YouTuber to do all that, but I'm just a guy that got a lot of game. I learned a lot. You can see I got some grays. Got a lot of wisdom. I'm a straight shooter, and I just want to give it to y'all. I want to see y'all win like I'm winning. I don't want to see y'all lose like I was losing. I want to see y'all come up like I came up. So with all that being said, and I hope I don't say that too much with that being said, yeah, that's it. I'm going to be on here on YouTube. I want to try to make a video every day, every other day. Don't quote me on that. Life gets to lifing. You know what I'm saying? Things get in the way sometimes, but I'm going to upload as much as I can upload. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 follower benchmark so I can get monetized, man, for real. Let's keep it a buck. We're trying to get paid with what we do. We don't want to do anything for free. So if you can, tell whoever, I'm going to be on Instagram telling people. I even got some stuff. I'm going to do some giveaways and I'll be talking about that on Instagram, swinging people from Instagram over here to YouTube, so there it is there. Here I am back on YouTube, y'all. We're going to have a good time on here. So with all that being said, let me get on out of here. I was going to make this a 20-minute video, but I didn't really have that much to say. I want to save it for the next one. The next video, I think I'm going to make a video talking about how I started Smash Codes, why I started Smash Codes. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to name it Why I Started a Sync Company and How It Saved My Life. You know what I'm saying? So with all that, I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.